Hey there, JMV, guess what? It's Tuesday. So as you've probably noticed by reading the subtitle to this video, KonoSuba has gotten itself one of those fancy Season 2 type things that all the cool kids are talking about. You know, all the big kid animes are getting those, like Bleach, like Naruto, like Dragon Ball Z. Those are really bad examples. Those all have like, what, 30, 40 seasons by now? And while you can certainly find 101 review and reaction type videos on the YouTubes, I am here to bring you something a little bit different. I'm here to bring you observations and predictions about how Season 2 is going to go and the more than likely Season 3. Yeah, that's right. I'm predicting a Season 3. Ladies and gentlemen, put your bets on the table there. We want to make sure... Shut up, phone. Now, as far as my best research efforts have gone, it looks like the writing team that was behind Season 1 is also behind Season 2. And that seems to still be being led by Makoto Uezu? I'm not very good at this. I don't do names. That's Sarah's thing. Sarah does names. I don't do names. Normally, I wouldn't give this more than 3 seconds of thought, but I noticed 1 or 2 things in Season 2's first 2 episodes that are, I don't want to say mirrors of the first 2 episodes from Season 1, but parallels, and I think they're intentional too. Firstly, the structuring of the 2 episodes is very similar to one another. It's not so much what's in the details of the episode, so much as the overall theming. In Episode 1, Kazuma is basically brought back to ground zero, brought back to the beginning by his reincarnation from his comical death in this brand new, exciting world of adventurers and fantasy and dragons? Have there been any dragons yet? In Season 2, this is accomplished by his being branded a criminal. And that just brings him back to square one. Not to mention this pose from Sina and Aqua. 2 gifts. One gift, the gift of powers. The other gift, the gift of heartbreak and unrelenting sadness. Then in Episode 2, we have Kazuma and company dealing with giant frogs once again, because it was good for the first season, it's good for the second season. And as you've probably guessed from the first season, this goes the exact opposite of smoothly. Of course, there are marginal improvements in their frog staying capabilities, but these are, let's be honest, only really being able to slow down how fast the frogs are able to eat them before they go ribbit. Now, as of this video being made and published, Episode 3 isn't out yet, but I'm hazarding a guess now that Episode 3 is going to see Kazuma learning a new skill that, while not apparently useful at the time, will be ironically useful later on. And, if I had to guess, it's probably a skill from Chris, because she seems important. The Wikipedia article mentions that Kazuma learns some limited magic capabilities in the light novel series, so I'm thinking it's probably be something like that. Hopefully not Party Trick. Probably Party Trick. This also works as a wonderful segue into my next salient point, story progression. While I have not read any of the light novel or manga series, I do happen to know from reading various sources that it appears Season 1 is following the light novel series pretty closely for the story. Maybe not point for point, maybe not to a T, but closely. Which means that anyone who's read ahead in the light novel series probably already knows what's gonna happen next. Were I to be a betting man, which I think we established in the first 15 seconds of this video, is probably gonna involve a big, intense, dramatic fight scene with the Demon General Hans. Because that's the name I pulled out of the air. Now, as just about everyone and their dog has mentioned on various forums, the animation style in Season 2 seems to have changed somewhat. And while it's not inherently clear why that is, no amount of reading online articles or anything like that has revealed to me the secret of that. I have a theory, though. It's probably more of a hypothesis, though. I think it's safer to say a hypothesis. My best guess is based on a hypothesis of reduced budget and rushed production. Season 2 was pretty much confirmed as soon as Season 1 was done, which indicates to me they weren't planning on having a Season 2 right away. Now, if this is true, which I suspect it is, this means that Studio Dean, the company that produced KonoSuba, had to put the money and stuff together to be able to produce Season 2. And I don't know how long it takes to animate these things. I'm guessing more than about 4.5 hours. About how long it takes me to put together a vlog these days, it seems. Or Studio Dean has many other projects on the go. They work alongside other anime productions and OVAs. They do a lot of filler animation for a lot of things, which probably means they don't have a huge amount of leftover manpower and budget to dedicate to a whole anime series on its own. And while I certainly love KonoSuba to itty-bitty frog-shaped exploded bits, I'm thinking it's probably not tremendously high priority on their to-do list. Again, that's just speculation on my part. The differences in animation style hasn't been extreme, it hasn't been overly overt. Works. It's really just small details and quality changes, like the faces are a little bit longer than they used to be, some of the animation is a little bit less smooth than it used to be, Personally, I don't find it detracts from my enjoyment of the series. The strong points of the anime are still there. The voice actors breathe incredible life into their characters through their acting. The writing is still funny and still snappy, and the absurdities of the situations they find themselves in never lose their appeal. Season 2 holds all the promises Season 1 has, with all the pandery goodness that you're likely to see in the Hot Springs episode coming in, because I'm suspecting that's where the final battle is gonna happen, in a hot spring. And I think it's gonna be hilarious, because, you know, the bath scenes were quite funny. There's been 2 bath scenes, like 3 episodes apart. What can happen next? Who knows? As always, if you like this video, be sure to leave a big old thumbs up. If you didn't like it, be sure to leave a big old thumbs down. Be sure to check in on Tuesdays when I upload, Fridays when Sarah uploads, and until the next video, TTFN, ta-ta for now. I twirl my mustache. Mischievous, I'm done.